Now then, we have travelled over 1,000 miles to try and catch the fish I have been dreaming about my entire life. And hopefully we're going to do that today on this lake that apparently is full of the really big ones. Fish on, yes, yes! We have a bit of a competition planned. We're taking on 3 French guys who really know what they're doing on these tiny little boats. That's right, we are bass fishing in France on float tubes. First up for Team France, we've got Matt, a local bass fishing expert that knows these lakes like the back of his hand. And his rod of choice, the rigged and ready Smuggler 5. And then there's Roman, a street fishing specialist who loves the sport almost as much as he loves baguettes. Meet the Redneck, a well-known French fishing YouTuber that's been catching black bass for years. He's long since swapped his beret for a cowboy hat and he's ready to shake things up. Now first up for England we have Andy, the founder of Rigged and Ready Travel Rods. Despite a lifetime of experience, he's no stranger to a blank, but as you can see from the picture, he's more than capable of catching something special. And up next is James. Being a direct descendant of Andy, fishing runs in his blood. He's England's wild card, untested in the competitive field, but raring to go. Last but certainly not least, that's me, the only person in the competition to have never caught the target species, but with the trusty X5 adventure, anything is possible. No, I've never tried to catch bass before. I've never actually float tubed before, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. But yeah, bass, ever since I was younger, seeing pictures on Instagram of Americans catching largemouth bass and the French guys catching black bass, it has been the #1 species on my hit list. And today, with a bit of luck, it might finally happen. The rules of the competition. The biggest fish caught by each competitor will be added to their country's total. Points are given in centimetres and each fish must be caught on a rigged and ready travel rod. Individually, whoever catches the biggest fish will take home the trophy. We are coming into this huge underdogs, the English, in this challenge against the French. These guys catch bass all the time. This is their home turf. Right, here we go. We are actually in the belly boats just about. I reckon that this is going to be a pretty good option. It does look very bassy, doesn't it? Sort of weedless too. Oh, fish on! Yes! Come on! Yes!
Yes, yes.
Yeah! Come on! There we go. This is my first ever black bass. I'm so pleased. I was expecting it to be kind of small, but actually this is a really nice one. I am absolutely over the moon with this. So just quickly measuring this fish, it is 45. Oh, I have to say I'm absolutely over the moon with that. That takes England into the lead, 45 centimetres. Get in. Also, I realised my unhooking mat was slightly folded over, so I've detracted 4 centimetres after re-looking back at the footage on that fish, so that's going to go down the one I caught as 41.
Besoin de Georges en fait, parce que il faut que ce soit mesuré le poisson en vidéo, donc il faut qu'il vienne. Attends, ouais, George!
Well, we've been one up for about half an hour and I've just heard the celebrations of a Frenchman from across the lake, so I'm going to paddle over and see what's just happened. So there we go, that's the first fish for Team France. Do you want to give it a quick measure now?
30.
30. Well done. Scores on the doors. England 11 centimetres up, 2 fish caught, still all to play for.
To the restaurant we're going.
Yeah.
Proper southwest of France.
So we just pulled over to the side for a bit of a lunch break. We're going to head over to a restaurant now, get a few things to eat.
Un poisson de 30 cm. Alors pour le moment, l'Angleterre est en train de dominer, c'est sûr, avec un magnifique poisson de Georges de 41 cm. Mais c'est que la première manche, on va les manger et on règle ça après.
We headed to a traditional French restaurant to recharge our batteries and try the local food. Most of it was delightful. The creme brulee was absolutely unbelievable and the local white wine definitely hit the spot. Not so sure about the snails though.
This little tool. That's hot.
Love
The
it.
text is not the best.
Des bons escargots.
Won't be having another one, I don't think.
Well, lunch is done now and I'm back out on the float tube. Unfortunately, Andy and James aren't with us. I think it's a matter of too much white wine, too many snails. They've had to go back for a quick siesta in the cabin, so I'm repping the England flag alone for now. Pro wasn't rolling. Oh, sorry, I've literally just had my very first cast and I hadn't even started the GoPro. It's not as big as the last one, but it's another fish. Yeah, come on. Look at that. That very same lure's done the job again. What an absolute beautiful little fish. I think we'll get a measure on it just for the sake of it. About 30-ish. Come on, that is what we came here for. Right, time for a quick battery change on the GoPro. Check this out, this is my brand new Lazy Lures bag. I knew everything was gonna get a little wet on here, so this is actually fully submersible. So another great thing about this bag, it's made by Lazy Lures, a small independent UK-based business. You can wear it around your waist by just clipping it in like that, and there's also a detachable shoulder strap too. So for all these reasons, and the fact that it really does cater to an adventurous style of fishing, I've actually decided to stock this product, and it is the latest product on the Adventure Fishing store.
Poisson! Les gars, poisson! Ouais. Voilà, 28, donc bah, de toute façon 28, il n'y a pas de quoi rattraper les Anglais, mais bon, voilà, ça fait quand même le deuxième poisson.
We finished there and England ended day one in the lead. On the way back to the cabin I managed to get this amazing little fish in the net too, but after that it was time to go watch the football, sink a few glasses of wine and get ready for the morning. Now then, it is day 2 of the fishing challenge. We're not on the float tubes today, we are fishing somewhere brand new from the bank. So excited about this. This lake looks full of character. Apparently, as well as bass, we've also got the chance of a zander and a big pike here today. Of course, bass are the only scoring fish though, and the French have actually lost Redneck. He's got to go home, but his score is still on the board at 30 centimetres. Have you got one? Oh, here I come. What is it, a bass? Oh no, unlucky. Well, in case you're struggling to work out what was happening there, I was walking over holding the 360 camera and James had a fish on, so I ran over to try and help him, and just at the last second it had come off. I mean, oh, that's so good, and that had given us a really good lead. This cast, this sort of area looks so nice in this corner. Fish on, yes, fish on. Come on, yes. No, no. I dare say that felt a little bit bigger than my first one too. I'm just bashing my way through all these spiky plants to get around to the other side of the lake. This place is very overgrown, but I have to say I feel much more at home doing this than on the float tube. Coming. Oh, it's a pike, I think. There you go. Well done. So Andy has just caught his first fish. It's not the target bass, but it's a very welcome French pike. Look at that, on a rigged and ready spinnerbait, was that?
Yes, it was. And a rod, and the reel, and the line, and the fluorocarbon.
And the net.
And the net.
And the hat.
And the hat.
And the t-shirt.
Exactly.
Right, off it goes. Well, I know it may seem from this video that we've had quite a lot of action this morning, and I suppose in some ways we have, but in other ways it's been very slow and very tough without too many bites. Just taking a little break to talk to you about my setup. Now, this is the Rigged and Ready X5 Adventure. This is the rod I take pretty much everywhere with me, and on holiday is no exception. We've got that with the 5 to 20 gram tip on there. Now, this rod is extra compact, fits down into a tiny little case, absolutely perfect for taking away with you or just using at home. Easy to take on the bus, easy to stick in the boot of your car. However you want to use it, it is so convenient. You can buy this rod along with the reel, the RR1000 and the braid I'm using on the Adventure Fishing store. At this point we moved on to another lake which was incredibly weedy. None of us even had a nibble, so it was off to grab a bite to eat before fishing a lake we were told was full of big predators. So we've just had a bit of lunch and arrived at the third lake for the day. It's nowhere near as weedy as the last one. And in this lake, apparently we have pike, perch, zander and bass, amongst other things. So if we get a bite, it's really going to be a I don't know what this is kind of moment, which is very, very exciting. Ooh, just had a bite. That's a decent perch right there. Pike has just come from under my feet, look at that. It's literally right in front of me. No, I think he's spooked. So in a crazy turn of events, this thing has just been slammed by a big perch, which unfortunately got off, and then a pike just cruised out from right underneath my feet. There we go, James has just caught his second pike in recent times. How'd you feel?
Oh, gobsmacked.
Good, good. Just going for a stroll around the lake, a little explore. Some interesting bridges and forest. Don't seem to be catching many fish though. So Andy has got a pike on apparently. A pike, is it? Oof, unlucky, it happens. Still no bass on day 2, but that was all about to change. We decided to spend the evening back on the main lake, and the fish finally started coming. So we just got down to the lake, just getting started on the evening stint, as we've rocked up, Matt has just caught a 40 centimetre bass. That puts a really nice lead on the table for the French. Oh, coming! Well done! Well, albeit quite a small one, James has just caught a really nice little bass, so we're just going to give it a quick measure. It's not huge, but it's points on the board. Hello. So we were just interrupted by a dog, however we made that about 20 centimetres. Well, thanks to James's efforts, that's our score boosted up by another 20, so that is 70 to 61. All of a sudden it's starting to get close again. Andy's just had his first bass. So there we go, 40 to 56, so it's 16. What a beautiful little bass. So if my quick maths is correct, Andy's effort has just taken us 7 points in the lead. If Roman doesn't catch a fish at all, then it'll be these tiddlers that do it for us. Oh, it got me! It got me! Look at that! I'm getting attacked by a little fish. Right, let's see if we can get it to go for this camera. That's crazy. That's actually unbelievable. There's another one for James. Oh well, I'm absolutely knackered right about now. Everybody else has gone home. We've been fishing for maybe 12 hours or something today, but I'm just gonna stick at it. I'm gonna keep going. I've got a really cool sort of bass pattern top water. There's loads of small bass in this lake. So I've got a top water that sort of matches the same kind of size and pattern as these fish I've been seeing. Oh, it's nice to have a bit of alone time, a bit of quiet time in the evening too. These last couple of days have been so hectic and I've had a lot on my mind as well. It was Father's Day yesterday, which is bittersweet for me. It's nice because now I've got a 2.5-year-old of my own. It'll be really good to see him when I get back. No doubt he'll be very excited to see me. But it does make me miss my dad a bit, who's no longer with us. It'd have been his birthday as well today, so I'm hoping somehow he's gonna send me a fish. Fish on the top water. Yes, come on, through you come. Oh, there's lots of snags there. There's lots of snags there. Get in, yay! He has absolutely smashed that top water. Well, it's not gonna contribute to my score, but it's a proper reward for really sticking it out and trying. Oh, I am absolutely over the moon with this fish. Somehow England have managed to hold the lead going into the third and final day, but we woke up to some bad news. Before we'd even started fishing, Roman had caught a 41cm bass, equaling the biggest overall, which absolutely rocketed France into the lead. So it is the third and final day of this 3-day bass fishing challenge against the French. There's also a lot less wind today, so my main strategy is I'm going to be going with the top waters again like we did at the back end of last night. I'm going to keep using that sort of bassy pattern one and just hope that some fish are going to come and take it. So my GoPro literally just ran out of charge. And then this big old bass just came and smashed it. Just gonna get this one on the measure map. Wow! Biggest fish of the whole competition so far. Look at that, we are just touching 45. Well, I'm a little bit sad my GoPro ran out of charge, so I couldn't properly capture this moment, but wow! That is absolutely fantastic. Biggest fish so far. A little upgrade for Team England. Come on! Look at the mouth on them too. Thank you very much. Wow. Oh well, we'll have the next one on camera. I'll try to make sure that GoPro doesn't run out again, but wow. So my happiness is short-lived because Roman has literally just upgraded his fish to a 46cm it looks like, so that's just pipped me by 1cm. Oh, it seems like the third day it's all kicking off, but I better not waste any more time and crack on fishing. Fish on, yes, 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 come on. Get in. Oh, that feels like a pretty nice one as well. Get away from those weeds, get away from those weeds. Yes! I don't know if it's gonna be any bigger, but we'll definitely be checking. So on the mat, this guy is 43cm. There we go, this guy was just a little bit smaller at about 43. Anyway, let's get it back. No time to waste. There you go. So James has just had a top water bass, just gonna get it unhooked, give it a little rest, and then we'll measure it. So 10 to 30.
28.
28, it's an upgrade. Well done. Oh, thank you very much. This looks lovely.
That's some quiche Lorraine. This one is sweet peppers and chorizo. That's some chocolate cake, and that's some buns with chicken, salad, lettuce, blah 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 blah.
Thank you.
Blah, blah, blah. That's cold, that's hot.
This is very nice. So much nicer than the quiche you get in the supermarket in England, isn't it? Oh, what a grind this trip has been. Great fun though. My legs have been getting absolutely smashed up by all these sharp plants, mosquitoes, long grass. The trip was nearly over when I saw a message on my phone. Matt had only gone and done it again with a whopper of a bass at 48 centimeters.
Y'a la patate les gars, 48.
Well, it's time to take Andy and James back to the airport now, and you know what that means. Competition time officially over. Huge well done to the French guys. They've beaten us there. They've had a fantastic day's fishing today and put some serious points on the board. Another well done to Matt, who's caught the biggest fish of the whole trip. He's going to be taking home a shiny rigged and ready bass fishing trophy. Even though the competition was over, I had my heart set on another big fish. There was one problem though. It was nearly dark and there was a storm coming. Yes, fish on. Come on, just as there's lightning in the background. Yes. Lightning in the background too. There's another one following it. Whoa, one's just bitten it as well. Whoa, there's 3 bass in front of me. So here we go. We fought this fish in the lightning. Oh, right before the trip has ended. Oh, another beautiful topwater bass. Look at that. Just wow. Thank you very much for watching this video, and a huge thank you to Rigged and Ready for organising such a fantastic trip. I caught the fish of my childhood dreams, and even though we didn't beat the French, we left it all out there and gave it our best shot. As always, I'll catch you down the road.